EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Tua going to hand this one to Breida.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They run for it with Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Dolphins.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On play action, here's Tua. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
To number 18.
Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jerome Baker.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun is Minshew. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6.
That's good.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Minshew. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gardner Minshew keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
7-7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Two and now, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
36.
Now Minshew. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Darren Lee in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29
What a catch
yards.
and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's get it. 47 right, 47 right, 47.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he stopped immediately there.
Breida, the ball.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
4 yards.
Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
2-yard line.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand.
Back at his own.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Visca
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
29-yard line.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Come on.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
65.
It'll be Minshew again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that to a hit, and the ball is out. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start the drive with Dre. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
Right back to Drake. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Howard on the tackle.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Squeeze, double.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Able to complete this to Shenault. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Kenyon Drake, the ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
22-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 5-4.
Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have point.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
By the Dolphins.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's got room. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Jaguars 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Running, it's Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Devon Johnson.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd down, here's Hurts. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Going up top. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
A gain of 2.
On second down, Tua. And they work this out past the 25. That's the number 2 receiver. In the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
They keep it on the ground. White again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Kaiser. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
To throw again. Kaiser. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
For DJ Chark.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Play action. Here's Hurts. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Brandon Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. First down, here's White. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They go play action. Kaiser on the move to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 3rd down, Kaiser rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. A 42-yard.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And a little floater there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On the draw, it's White, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd and 11 now. Kaiser. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. It has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon Jones.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Switch. 19 line.
Now a handoff for Drake. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
In on the tackle.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
And 9.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
On the deep ball. He was covered by Noah Igbinoghene.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. The Blues are going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Tonight's final score.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Dolphins, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the loss